Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
In today's video, we're going to be looking at TikTokers who go on their first date. And what they do is absolutely crazy.
Whew.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Who does this woman think she is? The Queen of Sheba? Is she so high in society that she can't eat at the Cheesecake Factory? Seriously? And what the hell? It's his car. He's picked her up for this first date and she's locked the door so he can't open it for her when he's being the gentleman.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah.
Not only is she being extremely entitled and rude, she's recording him without his permission as well.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it?
It is their first date. What on earth does she expect? Seriously? Does she think he's gonna take her to a 5-star restaurant, splash out on her when he doesn't even know if he's going to like her? And by the time we get to the end of this video, you're going to understand why I'm saying that and why that makes an awful lot of sense. Because it actually gets worse than it is now.
I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
You get in the car, we're going to talk about it. Well, I would hope so. It's his car. The entitlement here is unbloody believable.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
so you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I
At the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but
I mean, you have been pretty nice. Well, I think so far he's been extremely understanding. And I don't think I would have been at this point recording him, shutting him out of his own car, and then sitting there saying the Cheesecake Factory. He has been the perfect gentleman. And why the hell is she recording this for her TikTok? Why?
I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. we're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're
know
not there
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at
look
at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I think she's right that she didn't invite him in. I think she's right that she didn't hold his hand because they've only just met. So yeah, fair enough, they're not there yet. But she made him sit outside waiting for her for 1 hour. 1 hour on their first date. Well, I'm telling you now, if that was me, I would have been off like a shot. I would not have waited for her at all. Would you?
I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and
So your excuse, ma'am, is that you got home from work late and you couldn't let the guy know? I mean, you seem to have your phone in your hand all the time you've been in this car, but you actually couldn't send him a message and say that you got off work late, so you were going to be late. I mean, wouldn't that be the polite thing to do? Is let the poor guy know so he's not sitting outside of your apartment for an hour? And not only that, he was going to take you to a nice 5-star restaurant and pay for it. And if you'd had the common courtesy to let him know, able to change the reservation. But no, you're so entitled and up your own backside that you think everyone should wait for you. I would take you to the Cheesecake Factory after that as well. And you ought to think yourself lucky that he's even still there and talking to you.
I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that? I literally you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
Why can't you walk into the Cheesecake Factory dressed like that? You'll probably be the best dressed person in there, and everyone would be looking at you in admiration and looking at the guy and thinking just how lucky he is. They'd all be very wrong because your attitude sucks. But think that you are above everyone else is just crazy.
That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Yes, as a lady, I can believe it. The way you are behaving is disgusting. You are treating this man appallingly. He has tried everything to get you to get out of the car to go into the Cheesecake Factory, and you want him to compromise? Well, personally, I think he's compromised enough, and I would be taking you home as well.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's
But
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
Can you
respected,
see?
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So,
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
Good on you, man. You were extremely respectful to an totally entitled biatch who thinks she is better than anybody else. And of course, nobody is better than anybody else. And I'm so glad that you decided to call her out and just take her home. That's exactly what she deserved, in my opinion. Well, that's it for today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ta for now.